So who was actually filming me on the Camino de Santiago? Well, let's meet them. Guys, you mind, stand up. We have Poppy. I'm Poppy. This is all the camera gear I brought with me. Ta-da! Let's weigh it. 2.4 pounds. What do you think? Worth the wait? So why did we decide to film so much of the Camino de Santiago? I wanted a video legacy for my grandkids, so as they get older, they can see what Poppy did. And secondly, as I get older, my memory starts failing me, and I want to be able to look back and be able to relive some of the great moments that I've had in my life. I want to be able to look back on these videos and think, wow, I did that, and that was fun. And it's going to make me feel really good. How did I decide what to film each day? Well, I usually sat down for a couple hours in the morning, studied the terrain that I was going to be walking, the towns I'd be passing, what the weather would be like, take all those things into consideration, and then I would just get up and wing it. I started out each day pretty much the same. I might film something early in the morning about coffee or my room or how I felt early in the morning as I was getting ready. And then I would start out with this on my chest. I wore this every day with the camera attached. This made it very easy to film like this. It's attached to my chest. I can pop it off at any point. I would look at something and say, wow, that's pretty, or whatever it might be. And then I would take a small clip of it, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or I could put the camera on my chest and I could walk for 20 minutes and let it film just on there. I can do the hyperlapse. Just kind of shows the terrain as I go along. I was always trying to capture, what it would be like if I wanted to watch someone walking the Camino and what it really felt like. And then as I was going along, I always had the drone, and if the weather was right, it couldn't be too windy, but if the weather was right, then I would fly the drone and get some shots doing that. One of the hardest part about filming was making sure that the camera settings were right. It took me a while to I wish I could say I figured it out, but in reality, Chase figured it out.
I had to make it work.
The first week or two, he was constantly making sure I had the right settings. You think you have it on video mode, and so you start filming, and then it wasn't on video mode, it was on picture mode. And sometimes you don't realize that until the opportunity has passed by, so you have to pay attention to that. We were very lucky with our equipment, although we did in the first couple weeks as video was going to Chase, he said, we have a problem with the audio.
Whoa. Hey.
So they have breakfast for me in the morning, ready to go. Here it is.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
So he was able to order a new camera and had it shipped to Sahagan, where I picked it up at an Amazon box behind a gas station. So that was pretty cool. We also had an issue with the SD card in the camera. It got full, and so we did the same thing. He was able to order one, and I picked it up initially in Villafranca at a tobacco store. The SD card that came didn't work, and so we had to order it a second time. Can't remember the little town I was in.
Saria, by the way.
But I had to pick it up at the grocery store. So the beauty is we were able to get it because you can't buy these things over there unless you're in a a big city like Leon, I'm not even so sure we could buy them there. So it's a very cool way to solve the problem. What I would have hated is to have a camera go bad. We're halfway through and we can't even finish filming. That would have been a disaster.
We're sure as hell not gonna lose one on my watch. Failure is not an option.
So I've been out filming all day. I come in, I have to get the files to Chase. So the way we did that is I have the camera, I connect the cord to the camera, connect it to my phone. I open up files and then copy all the files off the camera onto the phone. It goes into a shared file that I share with Chase.
It's actually a folder.
The internet usually was pretty good. There were days when overnight, all of the files did not upload. Then I would just leave for the day, and while you're out, it's gonna continue to upload. For data charges on my phone, I'm with AT&T, and I have an international plan, and I paid $10 a day in addition to my regular monthly bill to have access to unlimited data when I'm traveling internationally. Once they're uploaded, Chase has them, they're all numbered, and so he will know if I uploaded from file 230 to file 286. He can tell if some numbers were missing. You know, a file might not transfer for some reason, he would just let me know, I go find that file and I'll upload it to him. He does the magic once he gets all that. All I had to do was click, stop, click, stop, film, film, film. It's going to be good or bad. The way Chase and I thought about it is let him make that decision whether it's good or bad. He's got a much better eye than I do. He is the only person that has seen all the film that was recorded when we were on the Camino de Santiago.
In the chair of torture.
And that is hours and hours and hours of it. He's taken 4 to 5 hours of film and distilling it down into a 30 or 40-minute video. That's the hard job.
The hard job. Take 2. Poppy will be back in a second, okay? I'm just gonna go through some stats. Poppy was out there walking and traveling for 38 days, capturing over 1,600 clips. He averaged 41 clips and filmed just under an hour each day. For all you nerds out there, that's 1.12 terabytes of data. So the hard part was taking this 35 hours of footage and whittling it down to the final series. You can do the math. That means that for every minute Poppy filmed, only 9 seconds made the cut. And that leaves about 30 hours of footage on the cutting room floor. The moral of the story? It's not all gonna be great. Heck, most of it's not even gonna be good. But get out there and start shooting, because it's a numbers game. Take 3, Mark. Hey, if you thought it was long, it could have been longer.
The process of turning all this footage into a video, I mean, when the video came out and it's posted on YouTube and you guys have the opportunity to see it, that's when I see it. Chase wasn't sending it to me prior to say, what do you think? I trusted him. So I was watching the video the same time you were. So I was laughing, I was cringing, I was, teary-eyed. I can't tell you how proud I was so many times with the videos. I mean, you're talking about making somebody look good on film. I'm not making myself look good. He's making me look good. We weren't expecting a lot of people to tune in. Friends, neighbors, but the response has been great. And we greatly appreciate you tuning in. And because of your support, we might get picked up for another season. Hey, if you're still watching, push that subscribe button. I really get a charge when we get a new subscriber. Buen Camino. We're going to just work on this together. The unintended.
38 days, filming over, traveling for over, it's harder than it looks.